Hey, what's up? So you're just getting started into martial arts, or you're looking at getting started into martial arts, more specifically like a striking art, right? And so you're talking about like karate, taekwondo, kickboxing, Muay Thai, MMA, something like that. And you want to train at home, but you don't have quite the gear, and you're not like, you don't have access to a gym like I am in right now, where you have, punching bags and heavy bags or Wavemaster bags, but you want to get better faster. Well, fear not, fellow viewer, because today I'm going to share several tips and tricks with you that I used to use myself when I didn't have access to all this kind of cool equipment and I had to live in an apartment, and I was able to use these things to get better that much quicker. Also, don't forget to stay to the end. I'm going to give you guys several little combos and stuff that you guys can use. You can add into your sparring almost immediately. Let's go ahead and get started. Awesome. Well, here we have it. This is all you're gonna need today, a simple chair. I did this a lot of times when I was younger. I used just one of our kitchen chairs, so this would be no problem. And so what we're gonna start with is I'm gonna just use this to assist in my balance. So maybe in the very beginning, you're practicing your kicks and you just don't feel like you have very good balance. So I'm gonna use this. We're gonna start with a simple 6-point kick drill. These are the 6 core kicks that I feel everybody should have, whether they're in karate, taekwondo, strike, any kind of striking art. You guys should have these 6 kicks. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna go ahead and use the chair just for balance so you guys can see how to use the chair. You wouldn't have to. You could literally just practice all of these without, but it just makes it a little bit better with. So you have your instep kick, you have your front kick, rotate your hip, round kick, side kick, hook kick, and back kick. I'll do that one more time. Instep kick, front kick, rotate, round kick, side kick, hook kick, and back kick. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna break all these down individually. You don't have to use a chair for every single thing, but it's just gonna help you maintain your balance a little better. So I'm holding on, bring my knee up nice and high, and I'm already pointing my toes down. And then extend, bring it back. Up, extend, bring it back. And I would recommend starting this in a 4-move setup. So step 1, up, step 2, out, step 3, back, step 4, down. Do that 10 times on the right, 10 times on the left, and you will feel it in your legs and in your quads, and you're gonna be burning. So like, oh, my glutes, all this stuff, you're gonna be in so much pain, but it's gonna be a good pain. So here again, instep kick, knee up, toes down. Extend, pull back, and drop. And then once you feel confident, you do it without. That's how you use this chair for the first one. That's your first move, your instep kick. Now we're gonna talk about the front kick. This is almost identical, so I don't want you to get wrapped up in it and feel like, oh, I can't do it. Same kick. Only difference is I pull my toes back, so when I kick, they go to the belly. Groin kick is the instep kick. Stomach kick is the front kick. So again, up, out, back, down. One more time. Up, out, back, and down. And again, I would say maybe 10 on the right, 10 on the left. So those are your first 2 kicks. Now we're gonna talk the round kick. First thing I'm gonna do when I do the round kick, I'm gonna point my toes towards the chair. So right now my toes are pointed towards the camera. I'm gonna rotate and point my toes towards the chair. Now when I bring my leg up, I'm bringing it up nice and high. My leg is chambered, extend, bring it back, and back down. Just like that. Point my toe towards the chair, bring that leg up, extend, bring it back, and back down. Again, I'm using that 4-point structure. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we have the side kick. So instead of doing this again and rotating and turning and all this, it's just easier to go sideways for this one. So I maintain the chair, I bring it up, bring it out, bring it back, and down. Okay? Up, out, back, and down. I'm aiming with my heel, so I make sure I pull my toes back. Do not kick with your toes out. A round kick hits with the top of the foot, the instep, and the side kick kicks with the heel. They're a little bit different, but yet it looks the same a lot of times. A lot of people I see, they'll do a side kick like that, and it looks just like a round kick, and you can't even tell the difference. I don't side kick off my rear leg very often, okay? Again, it just takes a lot. I would just round kick, think it's a lot easier. Now we're gonna talk about the hook kick. Again, I'm gonna do this off to the side. So I'm here, I bring it up, hook it, and back down. Bring it up, hook it, back down. It's a side kick that hooks into its target and then plant. One more time, bring it up, out, hook it in, back down. And last but not least, we're gonna do the back kick. Again, I'm just gonna go behind me, so the chair is here, hand is up. Bring the knee up, make sure you're looking over your shoulder, extend the kick, bring it back, and down. Doesn't do me much good, just, that's not a back kick, okay? And it's like, there's no power in that or anything. So by doing this, by bringing it up, extending it, you're gonna have more power. So those are each of the kicks individually, and like I said, you should work each one, I would say a minimum of 10 times. Again, 100 times per side is gonna be good muscle memory, and it'll pay you big dividends in the end. If you can, just take your time, be like, 1, 2, and you count your way to 100. I think you switch sides. I'm not saying do it all in one day. Maybe you do 20 on Monday, 20 on Tuesday, 20 on Wednesday, and you work your way to 100. Then when you're gonna test, or however your school does promotions, and like, all right, instep kick, you're gonna have it. It's not gonna even have to be a thought. You're just gonna be like, boom, got it. So the best part of all this is, of course, once you get a little bit tired, you can just sit down. You can take a little break. And while we're on a little break, let's go ahead and talk about our sponsor for today's video, X Martial. So if you are in need of any kind of cool martial arts gear, you like rash guards, you like fight shorts, you like some cool designs, go ahead and check out X Martial. The link's right here for the website. I'll put in the description box below as well, the X Martial link. And if you use my link, you get 15% off your next order from X Martial. They got some really cool gear. All right, so we're gonna move on to how to use the chair to work on our techniques without holding on to it. We're gonna use it more as a tool to say, hey, I'm gonna practice like, hey, I wanna just work on making that front kick and I have a target. I know my front kick is going to the stomach. So right now the chair is a really good height. If I can kick any lower, I'm kicking them in the groin or something like that. So me practicing getting my knee up, my foot over the top, and then back down. Again, you don't have to kick it super hard, because if you miss, you're gonna kick your chair. That might hurt your foot, or it just might knock the chair over. That's kind of why I chose this, but you shouldn't be like doing this in your house and kicking the chair 100% and knocking it into your table or anything like that. You're literally just practicing like, hey, I'm just trying to get this right over the top. And if you make a mistake and you clip it, oh, okay, I realized I made a mistake and I can fix it. And I do it some more. So that is the front kick. Now let's talk the round kick. Same thing. I'm gonna rotate that foot out. The reason I'm rotating my foot out is just so you understand, if I just round kick, I'm gonna hurt my knee. And I might not hurt it in the beginning, but over time, you're gonna start torquing that knee, and as you get older, you're gonna definitely feel it. So by rotating my foot out, I practice getting my foot right over the top. In Muay Thai, we're gonna go all the way through. And again, chair works the same. In Taekwondo and Karate, we have a chamber and we snap back. You can do either one, whatever you have the room for. Let's talk about the side kick. So, as I said, I do not side kick off my rear leg. I don't think it makes any sense. I side kick off my lead leg. So, in this situation, I'm gonna rotate my back heel and I'm gonna kick over the top. If you do not feel confident in your, non-dominant leg, switch leads. I'm here. Again, I rotate this back heel. Boom. And now my hip has shifted. I'm just going to chamber and then kick right over the top. Okay? So right over the top. I'm here. Rotate. Extend. Put it back down. So the next move we have is the hook kick. Just for fun, I'm going to switch all this to the other side so you guys can see me doing something from the other direction. So now I've literally just switched my lead, more like in a karate or Jeet Kune Do stance, where I put my dominant side forward. And this is where I would fire my hook kicks from, is in my dominant side. And so what's going to happen is I'm going to hook it right over the top, just like the round kick went here. This time I'm going right over the top. Hook kick, just like so. Ooh, see what I'm talking about? If you bump it, it's not the end of the world. And what that told me was I was bringing it up a little bit too shallow, because one of the things I'm trying to do
is not waste movement. I don't want to hook and be super wide, right? I want to learn to maybe get right here, hook across, and come back. So I'm being really efficient with my techniques. And that's kind of what the chair just told me. So I'm like, oh, okay. And there's your hook kick. And then, of course, you can do your back kick. So I rotate, look over my shoulder, and I back kick. Rotate, look over your shoulder, back kick. Always, 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 always know where your target is. Do not just throw random kicks out there and not know what's out there. Don't just be like, oh, because stuff like that's going to happen. So there you have each individual move off of the 6-point kick drill and how I can use the chair to work that out. For the last little bit, I'm going to just put the chair in front so you guys can see stuff. So what we're going to have is we're going to do a couple combos. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a front kick to round kick combo. And so there's two ways to do this. You can rear, front kick, round kick. I personally don't like that one. I like to switch my legs on this one. So I front kick, round kick. And again, I'm just using the chair as a guide. So you guys can go front kick, round kick. Front kick, round kick. And if you still need balance, front kick, round kick. Nothing wrong with that. Front kick, round kick. 1, 2. Okay? So if you still want to use your chair for balance, nothing wrong with that. And when you feel ready, you just use it for the actual practice of getting your techniques over the top. So the first combo was the front kick, round kick combo. Second combo, round kick, side kick combo. So now I'm going to use that rear leg, round kick, side kick. That time I am using the same leg because I've already moved that hip in front. And so now it's here. I just chamber and then fire it back over. So round kick, side kick combo. 1, 2. One more time. 1, 2. All right. Now we have side kick to hook kick combo. Side kick to hook kick combo. Earlier I was talking about sometimes we have a better lead. If I'm going to do this combo personally, I switch my lead. I do not like my hook kick on my left very much, as I mentioned earlier. So when I'm going to do this, side kick, hook kick. Okay? That's how I set that up. But I do go back to my main lead once that's done. So I'm here, side kick, hook kick, and then I'll switch myself out. Or maybe I'll stay, depending on who I'm fighting, side kick, hook kick. Right there's your back fist or something, depending on the art you're training. So side kick, hook kick. And the last one for the day. And this is one of my all-time favorites. So I saved the best for last. Drum roll. Round kick, hook kick. Round kick, hook kick. And I love doing this on the chair because I practice this and then that. I'm hitting and then I'm coming back over the top. 1, 2. One more time. 1, 2. Cool. Well, did that solve the problem? Do you think you have something now that can help you out? Before you couldn't really train at home if you didn't have access to a punching bag or a kickboxing bag or something like that. And now you have a few options and ideas of things that you can do. Even if you live in a small apartment like I did, you can still go ahead and practice just using a simple chair. Hey, I can practice this, that, and the other. And you get tired and you can just sit down and take a break. You're like, oh, I need a break. I'm going to practice. Well, if you liked the video, please do me a favor, hit that like button. If you like the stuff you see on the channel, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. And last but not least, hit that bell or notification icon so you see when all the videos come out from myself here at Martial Arts Unlimited and here at my gym, Keisha Dojo Martial Arts Unleashed here in Sumter, South Carolina. Awesome. Well, we'll see you guys later. Be safe. Keep training. Your hands up. This is JD, and I'm out.